I thought it was gonna be way longer before I saw you again, but here we are.
I know, it was just like recently, right?
I know, right?
Haven't you seen
That's
enough
not a
of
bad
him?
idea.
I know, but he's a cool guy, and so are you.
I cry so much on an airplane. Yeah, there's something about being up there and like you're a bit vulnerable, and I
Right,
don't know
well,
if it's the
that's true.
altitude.
That's me, Colt Sievers. And this is my hero's journey.
We just start from the top.
I love how you made a film that actually appreciates stunt doubles. So it's time to come clean. What is it that we think of you as audience members that you're incredibly good at from what you do at your work, that you're actually terrible at?
Interviews.
Interviews, yes.
But
Because
it's always
there-
you. I've never seen a stunt double doing an interview for you.
I know, I wish I could do
Yeah.
that. I wish I could swing that. Because there's no stupid questions, but turns out there are very stupid answers.
No, you saying sort of what are we bad at in life?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. But that we think you're good at.
I'm
because-
very, very bad at any form of sliding, from like ice skating to rollerblading. Like, how'd you do that in Barbie? I don't know how you did it. Like, that scene would have been the depths of hell for
I
me.
was,
don't-
I couldn't. I
I'm
was holding
so
onto Margot
bad.
like this the whole time.
Was she sort of effortless, sort of just doing it?
Oh yeah, she had done I,
She
Tonya,
rollerblades.
she was
Oh,
like-
of course.
And they kept trying to get me to practice rollerblading, and I was like, I got this.
And you were like,
I do
don't
not
got this.
this.
I don't got this.
Emily, I can be your stunt double if you ever need someone to speak Spanish.
Yes,
With maybe a bag on my
please.
face, but
Yes, please. Come and be my stunt double.
I would love that. Having been a stunt guy yourself, what is it that makes someone choose being a stunt double instead of being an actor? Like, what is it? What's that itch?
Well, I think a lot of stunt people come from the extreme sports world. You know, I came from martial arts. I didn't want my martial arts career to end. And you're still an athlete, and you need to find a way to make a living. And I think that's appealing for stunt people. They are, you know, high-level athletes, and they have skills that there's no real outlet for. You know, you can flip a motorcycle 2 times, but who's going to pay you for it? Well, the movies will. So I think, you know, you find a lot of people coming into the business that way.
There's just one little wrinkle.
The star of the movie
Tom Ryder.
is missing. We need you to find him.
Why me?
You're a stuntman. No one's gonna notice whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some taken.
Isn't it crazy how easy they make it look? It's
Absolutely.
like, you know,
I
like,
think that's part of the art form. I
Right.
think that's what like elevates what they do to the level of artistry, you know, is that it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of commitment, it takes a lot of sacrifice, and to be a part of that community. And I think they need to be recognized as such. I think we're using a lot of big buzzwords around recognition, but recognition is really the action, right? And it's the action that creates the impact. So I think we need to recognize them as artists. Not just give awards, but recognize them as artists, not just bodies.
yeah.
Not just, you know, someone that is disposable in any kind of way.
Full disclosure, he has fallen in with some shady people,
Just checking in on you.
and they're not gonna like you sniffing around.
I'm just a stunt guy.
As actors, is there something you can actually do to enhance what stunt doubles do for you in films? Like, how do you create that connection?
We'll make a movie
Well,
about them.
yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
We're just trying to shed light on just the extraordinary contribution they make to this industry, and they're so selfless, there's no vanity, not a shred of it, and they put their lives on the line for us and for audiences' entertainment, to give people that crackling sense of excitement watching a movie, knowing it's real, knowing it's practically done by a human being. It's so incredible what they do.
They risk more than anyone, and they get the least amount of credit. So
Yeah.
it just seemed like such a great opportunity to work with a former stuntman, David Leitch, and to have him be also such a brilliant director, and to sort of be able to highlight them and put them in the spotlight was exciting.
I mean, I see these things, and all I can think is I can barely throw a ball. You know, there's a reason why I'm sitting here and you're sitting there. And you know, as a director, having been a stunt double as well, what are those details you really have to pay attention to, not to give away the fact that you have a stunt on a scene? And what do you think is the most common mistake people do while telling these stories?
Well, I think there used to be, the stunt coordinator always used to say, you know, hide your face, you know, when you're falling, hide your face, put your hands up, so, you know, then the motion, you won't see the stunt double. But that's like an old myth, you know, we don't do that anymore. You have the stunt performer should be acting like the character when they're performing, and we will use editorial around the moments that we see their face, or now we can do visual effects where we digitally put the face of the actor on the stunt performer. So it's really sort of evolved.
As an actor, what do you think is what makes a great stunt coordinator?
I think being calm under pressure. Chris O'Hara, our stunt coordinator, always had a smile on his face every single day. And he always had to be the calmest person in the room because he is the translator for what the director wants and the director sees, and how he can turn that into people, their bodies in space, doing crazy things that can be dangerous, and then also having the integrity to say, hey, that's accomplishable or that's not accomplishable, right? Because anything goes wrong by just an inch. Someone breaks a back, someone breaks their neck, someone doesn't go home to their family at the end of the day. So even being honest and saying we can do something or we can't do something, you know, you're saving lives.
This is insane, man. We got drugs, bad guys, and murder.
Oh, well, you're opening it, so I think that's great. I have to ask you, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen someone have a stunt, like a double for?
Oh my God, I worked with an actor, I won't say who did, like, we would shoot all of his coverage, and then for many scenes in different locations, and then he would go home and then bring in a stunt double
to do the coverage
to
of
redo
everyone
else's coverage and all the wide shots and everything. So the stunt,
Just punching in and punching out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You're on your own. That's bad news.
If you guys don't do it, no one should do it. Whoever you are, have you found any like very unusual talent for a certain stunt that you never thought you were gonna find?
It has become a real specialty sort of industry. I mean, it used to be the stunt performers needed to know a lot at every little discipline, like Colt's character in the movie, like he knows a little bit about everything. He's a journeyman. And there are still people like that. But now you do find specialists come in, and I say backflip off a motorcycle. We did one on the Wolverine where this guy could do it almost from just a 2-foot run up. He had a little kicker ramp and he could do a backflip on his motorcycle from almost stopping. So yes, you find people that can do these crazy abilities and you put them in the
cosmic proportions.
Stunts! The bad guys are closing in.
We're gonna hide you.
Nope, we're gonna beat this shit out of them.
Well, Ryan, I have to ask you because I love that scene of All Too Well. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
question is actually for both of you. What is that song you actually play to let it all out? Yeah, what's that song you play to let it all out?
Well, we both love a car cry, and there's nothing wrong with a car cry.
No.
You're alone. I love a cry on an airplane. I cry so much on an airplane.
Really?
Yeah, there's something about being up there and like you're a bit vulnerable, and I
Right,
don't know
well,
if it's the
that's true.
altitude. I watched Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
And that bit at the end of Billy Elliot, when his dad comes in and the dad is so repressed emotionally and he's been so against his son being a ballet dancer, and he comes in at the end, he sits down, he's a bit awkward, and then Billy Elliot comes in, he does that leap through the air. I was like,
Yeah, Billy Elliot gets me.
oh, Billy
I
Elliot
saw a
was
Patty
weak.
Constantine boxing film that I'd never heard of
Wait,
on
wait,
a plane.
not
and
Cinderella Man.
No. It was like
He wasn't Cinderella Man, was he?
he played a boxer, and I had a plane cry like I've never had. There is something about the altitude.
And I'm telling you,
Nothing
you
against. I
weep.
mean, it was the movie too, but you get the right combo. Oh boy.
And it's also that you can't cry because there's so many people around you, and so it's like it's stressful to cry on a plane, but
yeah,
still
aren't you getting
happens.
checked on a lot? Yeah, is that why you like it?
Getting checked on?
Yeah, you like crying on the plane because people.
No,
are
I
like,
don't want people coming and checking. When I'm crying,
don't
I don't
cry
want
on
them
the
to like-
plane.
And actually, after I
Well, it's
cried,
hard.
Stick to the car
after
cry.
I cried to Billy Elliot, the air hostess came up. She went, "I just thought we were having a little cry.
Yeah.
You're right." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" I was just trying to cry to Billy Elliot.
I'm pretty sure you're a
Leave me
my
alone.
spirit animal, Emily Blunt.
Maybe Run by BTS.
Oh my god, do you like BTS?
I like BTS.
I love BTS.
Oh, yeah.
That's like my guilty pleasure.
Really, that's
Yeah.
my guilty pleasure too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Lately I've been playing Standing Next to You by
Oh,
Jungkook. Have you heard that
yes,
one?
Yes.
Oh
I've
my-
been
I
playing
love
Friends.
this.
Been playing Friends as well. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this. I love how this newfound army member.
Listen, proud Army member. So we're good to go.
Perfect. I think we should be friends.
We're tweeting each other. We're
yeah,
tweeting
like
each other. Be in
listen,
the
have
army.
you heard the new BTS? I'm gonna be that person on your
You
timeline
better.
from now on.
You better. But I'll be
Definitely.
looking out for you.
The girl from Mexico.
We need a big finale.
How many takes do you have of that?
I've got 5 takes.